Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back into the listening room. It's Spencer. I just want to say thank you, first of all, for 1,000 subscribers. When I started this channel like 16 days ago, I had no clue that I would be hitting such an incredible milestone so early in my journey. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I thought, in honor of that, it would be a perfect time for me to do a reaction to Ren's 1 million subscriber video. A lot of people have mentioned that this is a video I should check out to understand him better as a person. So here we go. Let's dive in.
I want to keep this short and sweet because I wrote something that I want to share with you. But first of all, I just want to say how grateful I am. I've reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is a flipping huge milestone. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported my music over the years, whether you're newly on board or have been here for a while. I wanted to say thank you to the YouTube reaction community who have gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys. Yeah, I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much for me to remember right now, so bear with me. But yeah, success to me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me. If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me. And that makes me feel very rich.
Damn it, I already got chills. I'm getting emotional. We're a minute into this video. What an incredible human being. The emotional depth to understand what his journey means is pretty incredible. I feel like I want to at least get through part of this without pausing, so we'll go back a little bit and listen to this again.
Attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me. And that makes me feel very rich. I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness. The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creations which brought me the most joy. Creating art which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight. All my meals had to be restricted and blended, and I was so tired that I couldn't participate in life. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't watch films, I couldn't read. My bones constantly hurt. Even standing in the shower was excruciating and exhausting. And this went on for years, with no answers. Nobody could have ever convinced me during that time that my pain and suffering would be a source for something good, because it felt insidious. Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be a certain, to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever, whether that comes from resolution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are. You won't hurt forever. You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold. It definitely conceals wisdom, and it's definitely a catalyst for filling you with empathy. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you, because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light. You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better. There's nothing humble about shrinking or doubting yourself because you are large. You can be ferocious and you could be magnificent. For the medical industry, who too often let people fall through the cracks, it's your duty to do better. For the people living in the light, who have either stepped out of their shadow or have never had to walk beside it, it's your responsibility to put out untainted love. Our own greed, desire to ferociously expand, and decisions rooted in self-interest can benefit ourselves in a material sense, but can be very destructive to the hive and the world around us, ultimately hurting ourselves. So we really must consider that if we're going to step into a bright future. As humans, we have an incredible potential, and it would be a shame to throw it away. So community, humanity, and changing our relationship with the natural world so it leans more towards homeostasis must be a priority. Priority number one. If you're watching this and there's a knot tied up in your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go. You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards, and the anger will pass. We have a decision in every interaction to tilt the world towards heaven or hell, towards Jannah or Jahannam, utopia or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect. Tapestries are made beautiful because of the variety in the sum of their parts. Thank you to 1 million people inside this rich tapestry for the opportunity for me to try and spread my own vision of what I believe to be good. And thank you for justifying my pain. Thank you. I love you. I want to keep this.
Ooh, that was beautiful. I had chills 80% of the time of that video. What an incredibly humble, emotionally mature individual who's had to go through a lot in his life, and the ability to have the perspective that he has with all of the things that he struggled with really shows who he is as a person. You can let pain define you in good or bad ways. You can let pain be a catalyst for anger for the rest of your life, or like he said, you can feel the pain and the anger and then let it go. He's one of those people who chose to feel it, to feel the pain and feel the anger and let it go and find a way to move forward. And that shows his depth as a human being. And I think, yeah, he's a really remarkable individual. And I think that's all I have to say. I am really glad that I got a chance to watch this. Thank you to everyone who asked me to watch this, told me I needed to watch this to better understand who Ren is as a person. Thank you for going on this journey with me. This is just the beginning. I have so much that I want to do with this channel, so much that I want to do with a platform that I'm gaining in listening to music. It's something that I love. It's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I've been passionate about for nearly my whole life. So the journey's just getting started here, and let's keep going. And I appreciate everybody for showing up. Thanks.